Welcome to the Hellmouth. Hope everybody's 5x5. This is Major Slayage, Ket Arik, Rewatch, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. My name is Arik, and to my right, your left, my brilliant, beautiful, hilarious, talented wife and co-host. You know her as half the powerhouse duo that is Kim and Ket Stay Alive. Maybe give it up for Ketrin Porter.
Hello.
And in a box somewhere on your screen, depending on how I choose to edit this, the other half of the powerhouse duo that is Kim and Ket Stay Alive. Maybe give it up for our very special guest, the brilliant, beautiful, hilarious, and talented new mom, Kimberly Aaron Marie Maleficent Jesus Burns.
Hello.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
This is a special treat. This is your first bit of recording you've done, not counting intros to episodes. This is like your first foray back into podcasting since you've gone on maternity leave.
Believe so.
Yeah.
It's all a blur. So, could be wrong. No idea.
Not announcing anything official yet, but I think the KK Sam listeners should expect to see you sometime soonish, yeah?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, we're here to talk about Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 3, Episode 6, Banned Candy.
I love this episode.
You love this episode, so I don't even have to ask. Kim, what did you think of this one? Just quick takes.
Well, I already know why Ketrin loves it. I thought it was fun.
It's so fun.
It was fun. My question for you was there anything confusing plot-wise that from not having watched, the last however many episodes?
There was definitely a moment where I was like, wow, I don't know what happened since last episode 6. So there was just a couple characters.
Yeah, bring that up.
Yeah,
I want to hear it. Let's get into it.
Well, I know vaguely just from watching in the 1990s or whatever the fuck this was. So I was like, that's the mayor, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
We just met him last episode. We don't know much about him yet.
Oh,
he's still mysterious to us as well.
Yeah, like you're not missing a ton. This is like the first time that we have seen him like open up a cabinet of evil things. But like
oh great.
Yeah, last episode pretty much all he did was sniff papers that had just come off the printer. So there wasn't a lot to know.
Yeah.
Cool.
So the mayor, anything else? Anyone else?
Also just her mom. I like forget because her mom's not in it in the beginning-ish, right?
Yeah,
like, but does she know?
She does at this point.
Yeah,
I know
learned
she knew at this
season.
point, but
Yeah.
that's kind of where I was like, oh, okay, I couldn't remember how she knows.
She learned at the end of season 2 and basically was like, you don't get to be a slayer. I'm your mom. And if you leave right now to go slay, don't come back. So Buffy doesn't, and she runs away.
Oh,
and so she spent a
reference
summer
that a
away.
lot.
She lived in LA in the very beginning of season 3. She was in LA as a waitress, going by her middle name,
Yeah.
and then finally came home.
Oh my goodness.
Also, the guy, the underling that's working for the mayor, his name is Mr. Trick, and we've met him. He's only been in a couple episodes. He was an underling to another vampire who got aced out.
Do you know what I just realized? Do you know who is absolutely not in this episode? Faith is not in this episode.
That's weird. Yeah, Faith is around and did not show up at all. That's fucking weird.
Who's Faith?
Faith is Eliza Dushku.
She's the other
She's another Slayer.
Right.
So there was Kendra, who was brought into the show when Buffy got killed briefly. And then Kendra got killed at the end of last season, and that activated Faith. And Faith is part of the gang. And that's weird. This is an old script. I guarantee you this is an old script that they dug up. Although they did update some stuff. Yeah. So were you confused at all about the Xander, Willow, Cordelia, Oz love quadrilateral?
I took it as Cordelia and Xander are together, and then Willow and Oz are together.
Yes,
but Willow and Xander
so they
have a
Xander and Willow had a full-on kiss last episode.
This is
and
my
least
favorite storyline. I hate it. I hate it so much.
Well, who do you want to be together?
Not Xander and Willow.
Not at the expense of partners that they're cheating on.
Yeah.
Well, I don't like that they're cheating.
Yeah, if anyone broke up and it was all on the up and up and Xander and Willow got together.
Then who would you want it to be?
I don't think Willow and Xander are good together. I don't think that he appreciates her.
He doesn't appreciate anybody. He's terrible to women in general.
Yeah.
That's kind of his thing.
Oz is so great. Come on.
Oz is so
Oz
great.
is the best.
He's so great.
He's sensitive. We talk about how many laps people have made through life. Oz is an old soul who's done this a lot and has got a lot of wisdom and a lot of inner peace in a way that most of these characters do not.
What a catch for high school. Come on, Willow.
Right?
Yeah. He's incredible.
Get it together. That's why I'm furious about it. And I'm going to yell at her a lot in this episode as well.
Okay. Well, let's get into things. Did you bring a spell this week?
I did. Okay. So I'm arranging my closet, and I found a box of shit that I just like never unpacked when we moved into this house.
Mm-hmm.
And I found a book that our dear friend Sophia gave me when I came out as a witch. It was so cute. She got it for me. It's called A Spell a Day for Health, Wealth, Love, and More by Cassandra Eason. And it was so cute because like when she gave it to me, she was like, I don't know if this is like cool or like really stupid or like really lame. But like, here's this book. And like, if you hate it, it's fine. And it's just like really sweet. So I decided to look through it. Guess what I found on page 31? A spell for Buffy. To pass a driving test.
That's amazing.
So, if you need to pass a driving test, you will need. I needed this, frankly. I failed my driving test.
She said during the watch along, Kim's gonna have a lot to say about my driving in relation to this episode. So,
for anyone listening audio, I'm just giving eyes. You have no idea. I can't believe we made it through our college years alive with this lady driving around.
Okay, so here's the spell I did not have. You will need 4 bright yellow candles set in a square, an incense stick, a crystal or lucky charm in the center of the candle square. And the evening before the test is when it should be done. Light the 4 candles in turn clockwise. Say for each north, south, east, west, I will pass my driving test.
All this is true because it rhymes.
Light the incense stick from the 4 candles in turn, repeating the spell words for each candle. Write an incense smoke over each candle, north, south, east, west, I can pass my driving test. Blow out each of the candles in reverse order that you lit them. After you blow out each one, say it again, but you're going to say, I have passed my driving test. So you're going to change let the incense burn through, then scatter the ash outdoors, relight the candles and let them burn all the way down. Take the crystal or charm to the test center the next morning for luck.
I feel like this is a self-fulfilling prophecy in a way. And if you can't follow those directions, you're probably not capable of driving. So It's sort of like if you fail the spell, you're definitely not going to be able to drive.
It's like this is the pre-test to the driving test, basically.
Well, that was great. I can't believe the serendipity of
when
it
I
all.
saw that, I was like, really? You got to be kidding me.
That's amazing.
I really needed that.
So
twice.
I did not bring a marital grievance this week because I feel like I had a banger of one last week. Ketrin tried to electrocute me in our bathtub.
I didn't try to.
Because if she had tried, she would have succeeded.
Right.
So.
I
had a space heater on the counter. I was taking a bath and she came in and needed to use the sink. So she moved my space heater down to the edge of the bathtub, plugged into the wall.
That's just actually how people do that.
I know.
For real. That's way too close for comfort.
Way too close. It was not.
What a relaxing bath. Afraid for my life.
It was
just a lovely bubble bath. He's got candles lit and music
pretty much,
playing, lavender essential oils.
Yes. And then
he's just afraid for his life.
Yeah. So did you bring a marital grievance this week?
I didn't. I feel like I don't really get to have one for a minute.
You're in timeout.
Yeah.
Kim, do you have
a marital grievance
or domestic grievance?
Yeah.
Is
really
Bimberly doing anything you would need to call her out on?
Oh, Bimberly is the best. She did poop all over herself this morning. And Namdi and I were like, bath time. It was in her hair.
How did she poop up to her hair?
I don't know. It was all the way up her back into the back, bottom of her neck.
That's a lot of poop.
It was a poop situation.
And I bet you her bath did not involve a space heater.
No, it didn't.
No.
Right.
Although we do put a space heater in there, but
it's
far away.
Far away.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes.
What a poop-tuation you had this morning. All the way up to her hair. Bimberly. Good God.
But no,
I feel like I've had some bad poops. I've never pooped in my hair.
I should hope not.
I really should hope not as well.
We're going to keep this clip. We're going to play it for her 18th birthday.
But no, Namdi's a great teammate. So no grievances there.
Congratulations. You've won life. He's never tried to murder you, so
I didn't try to murder you.
No, you did it without effort.
If it had happened, I would have been on trial for manslaughter, not murder.
Oh, okay. She tried to manslaughter me. You're not making it better. All right, you want to get into this one?
Yes.
Let's do it. Take it away.
Well, we start with Buffy studying for another test that I think Kim did better than me. No, I know Kim did better than me on the SATs for. Wow, Buffy and I had a lot in common this episode. Mediocre on the SATs, didn't pass our driving tests, but we're both slayers.
Oh,
You got it where it counts.
Yeah, so Giles is testing her, and he's in full like Rupert Giles mode for sure. And then a vampire comes up and she does a real flippy flu over the tombstone, and she stabs the vamp with a pencil.
a number 2 pencil.
A number 2 pencil. And then she's like, oh, no more pencils. Yeah, right. Like Giles doesn't have another pencil.
He's probably strapped up with pencils.
I loved that it was a number 2 pencil.
Yeah. Remember those?
You needed that to fill in the bubbles.
Are there number 3 pencils?
I
or
never
number
knew of
ones?
other
I
numbers.
think there are numbers, but those are for like artistes.
Oh, interesting.
Us regular folk just use good old number 2. Also, I might be making that up. I have no idea.
The
No, that makes
most
sense.
common pencil, the one that's in the most wide use, why is it only number 2?
Okay, well now I feel like I know something. So like I didn't know anything, but then Kim said something, and now I feel like I do know something. So I actually do have some artiste pencils where the graphite in them is on a spectrum of crumbliness.
It is based on the crumble.
Yeah, so the one that's number 1 is like almost like doesn't make much of a mark.
Okay.
But then you go all the way to the other spectrum and it's like
It's like
dust.
dust.
Yeah. So maybe 2 is like, well,
The
you can
sweet spot.
see it.
It's kind
Number
of the
2 is
Goldilocks.
the only one the old SAT machine circle
Yeah.
bubble
Read.
reader can read.
There we go. So that's for all the kids out there that are like, what's a pencil?
Yeah.
They don't
We used to
even-
have to sharpen them ourselves. Remember that little thing that was bolted to the desk with a hand crank? It looks like when you go to Olive Garden and they put cheese on your thing and you tell them when to stop. It's
Yeah.
like that, but for a pencil.
Yeah,
God, you kids are missing out on all the fun.
all the fun. Now we go to the mayor's office where the mayor and Mr. Trick are
Hatching a scheme.
hatching a scheme. Not super clear about what it is in this conversation.
They speak in vagaries. That's kind of their
They
thing.
really do. So they did that last episode, Kim, where like there was a scene with the mayor and Mr. Trick, and I was like, I watched this twice. I have no idea what they were talking about.
This Mr. Trick guy, by the way, the actor, fun fact, just to catch Kim up, we learned in our trivia crypt, was one of the final actors considered for Spike. It was down to like him and James Marsters, and he was almost cast as Spike. So it's fun that they've kind of found a role for him,
Brought
and he's
him
kind of
back.
he's the new
great.
Spike for this season so far. You
Yeah.
know, he's the new bad who's mixing things up.
This is the first time we see the demonic cabinet. And I thought, Kim, I think we really messed up that we didn't acquire ourselves a shrunken head to keep our peanut butter whiskey in.
Oh, what?
He has
I
a
don't
little
know if I wanna
shrunken
mess
head.
with a shrunken head.
What you tell me about it? Tell me about what are your feelings about shrunken
It
heads?
just feels like bad juju.
okay.
I've never seen any situation where a shrunken head is used in good juju situations.
Well, it definitely didn't work out for the person whose head was shrunk.
Yeah. They would probably call it bad juju. Okay, you've convinced me. Maybe we put our peanut butter whiskey in something else.
A nice
Always-
carafe.
I do.
Big old carafe. Gulp, 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 gulp.
Yep. I do feel like maybe shrunken heads would come in handy to like thwart other people from stealing anything out of my liquor cabinet.
Because they
Maybe-
have this reaction to it that Kim does, which is like, I'm not going near that.
That's correct.
See, this is why I talk to Kim about stuff, because I have an idea and then she sharpens it like a number 2 pencil.
It's all connected.
So weird sound.
Ah.
That's my narrow grievance. One of Namdi's favorite things is like trying to surprise me so I make weird sounds.
My marital grievance is that he doesn't record them for us and send them to us.
He doesn't. Yeah.
That's fucked up.
She scares me all the time, but I know the second she tried to film it, it wouldn't work. And like Michigan J Frog, I would just sit there, ribbit. Like,
So fucking annoying. Because if I'm not filming it, he jumps right out of his dick and balls every single time. So we go to school, and basically we're just kind of getting a setup of what's happening where SAT prep with Oz, we learn that Oz actually gets great scores on the SATs, but fails out of school.
yeah, he's
consistently.
repeating his senior year. There was a chunk of time after he was introduced and he and Willow got together where he wasn't in 4 straight episodes. There was some shenanigans around them reusing old scripts that existed before Oz. There was also a plan to kill Oz off at one point, and then they changed their mind, so they didn't plan him into the rest of the season. So they corrected that this season by saying, oh yeah, he was absent so much he didn't graduate, so he has to retake senior year so he can still be in school.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's like super smart. He just didn't
He's
show up to school.
Doesn't apply
smart.
himself. Yeah.
Yeah,
bored.
yes, correct.
Too smart for his own good.
That's exactly it. But we learned that Cordelia is a little bit of a Kim in that like she's very popular.
The super hot queen bee.
Yes,
Brilliant.
but also it's like, and also I'm really smart and test well. And I was like, that's very Kim.
I wasn't super popular.
Oh, you're just
High
cooler
school.
than me. So I just assumed.
Yeah, there's a perspective thing.
But I wasn't like the popular girl.
Right.
Oh,
Well, I guess it depends. So in Philly, I was with some popular girls. And then I had to move.
yeah.
And then I was the new girl. So it's,
Yeah.
it's hard to be the popular girl when you're the new
Were
girl.
you a cheerleader?
I made the cheerleader. It's a sore subject. I made the cheerleading
no.
team, and then I had
Subject,
to
yeah.
move away, and I didn't actually get to
man.
participate. And then I started waitressing at the dough roller with the Maryland cheerleading team coach, and she was like, "Do you want to be on the team? You can be on our team." But by then, I was already really into theater.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You can't have play practice and cheerleading practice at the same time, so I chose theater.
Well, I'm glad that you fucking did. Imagine if you had chose cheerleading. Then we never would have been friends. Kim never would have been friends with me.
Without the forced intimacy of a theater program?
Correct. Kim's like basically said that to me flat out. Kim's like, you're lucky. And I'm like, I know. I'm a lot for Kim. I think Kim would have like pulled her eye muscles, rolling them at me throughout.
And it seems like I got here just in time to help carry that burden.
Yeah, you did. Okay, so Snyder wants everyone to sell chocolate for the band, not just the band.
Did you ever have to sell stuff for a
For your-
club or a
for your
program or a team
flouting?
you weren't involved in?
No, I didn't have to do it for the things I was involved in.
We didn't have chocolate. We had cheese and sausage. Maybe that's a Midwest thing. We had a cat. We didn't get the actual stuff.
Definitely a Midwest thing.
We got a catalog of cheese and sausage, and that was our fundraiser.
Guess what I'm not buying from a random high school?
I'm gonna tell
cheese
you-
and sausage.
I definitely never sold cheese and sausage.
Well, we didn't have it like with us. We had a catalog, and then they would get shipped from the place. Just had a wagon full of cheese
I
and
thought you
sausage.
just had a wagon of cheese and sausage.
We
Yeah,
sold
so weird.
magazines and like CDs in grade school.
CDs of what?
Wait, maybe I just did that on my own. Maybe that wasn't for school. We did sell magazines because I just saw someone
Okay.
post about it today because you could win Weebles and then like Pizza Hut tickets and stuff.
What are Weebles?
You don't have Weebles, just a little fluffy thing that's tiny. But that's like, if you got like 1 point, you get a Weeble.
It's like the
Because
entry
you get
level,
to
like
choose
you-
your prizes like based on I think your points or something. So the more points, so you could get like Pizza Hut or whatever, and then like if you just had a spare point or two, you just get a Weeble or two. Come at me in the comments. I know someone knows about Weebles
I gotta
after
know
selling
about
magazines. Come on.
Also, I can't wait until like Bimberly comes home from school one day and she's like, I'm selling cheese and sausage.
I imagine Kim getting the 10 CDs for a penny from Columbia House and then turning around trying to sell those and pretending it was for school.
That's how Kim's making her money. At the Summers home, Buffy convinces Joyce to buy 20 candy bars to give out at the gallery. Joyce has the same issue. She's like, you're not even in the band.
Right.
Why are you selling candy for the band? And
And then Joyce proceeds to treat them the way you treat. So we've got a bag of, I talked about this in the watch along, but only a small percentage of people are going to see that. We've got crab flavored chips that we put in our pub for when we have guests over. Like I have a whole pub we built on our patio. It's like a whole cosplay thing. I pretend I'm a bar owner. I put a towel over my shoulder and what are you having?
I
Like, we do a
forgot
whole
that we're
thing.
doing. For a second, I was like, yeah, Kim's been there. I like forgot we were talking.
Like telling Kim. No,
I'm
I
telling
know
the
about
people.
it.
Yeah.
So I got these crab flavored chips and they're for guests. Ketrin plows through them like termites. And I have to put a strict rule on you can have one bag per day.
Mm-hmm.
Now she thinks it's cumulative. Like if she skips 3 days, she can eat 3. It's like,
Right.
no, if you don't get your one, that's it. Joyce is the same way. Joyce got these for her gallery and she's fucking
Housing them.
getting
Yeah.
high on her own supply.
Right? Speaking of which, I haven't had my bag of chips today. And this is also where we learn that Joyce like won't let Buffy try and take the test again. I think it really stems back. I mean, I guess she is definitively a bad driver. Like we do see that she is a bad driver later in the episode, but mostly I think it's that she's like afraid. I think she's still gun shy that Buffy's going to run away again.
Yeah, you ran away on a bus. Imagine if you had your own car.
Right.
Yeah.
We also learn that like Buffy is definitely feeling put upon because Joyce wants her home, Joyce wants her studying, but then Giles is monopolizing her time for like slaying and all of this kind of stuff. So she's feeling overscheduled.
Yeah,
for sure.
multitasking can feel oppressive, especially if you're not the one assigning the tasks.
task. Yeah. Back at the library, she also made Giles buy 20 candy bars. And then we do a fun medicine ball blindfolded thing where Giles thinks he bested the Slayer, but he didn't.
Wait, so that was a medicine ball? I
Yeah.
thought it was just like a dodgeball, like one of those lightweight rubber balls.
Well,
Do you know how hard you have to throw a medicine ball to bounce off the wall?
but I feel like
That
when
was a
she
light ball.
Was it? I feel like when she was holding it, and to me, I was like, it's a medicine ball, but she's the Slayer.
She's strong, but I think it would go through the wall rather than bounce 12 feet behind her.
Well,
And
it
also
definitely go through Giles's head.
Giles should have been knocked unconscious if that was a medicine ball.
Regardless of what ball she was holding, the Foley was definitely that of
not
a
that simple.
dodgeball.
Yeah, it was that pong, like that, kind of
Yeah.
hollow sounding.
Yeah, I feel like I can hear that as a core memory bouncing off my head. That the sound of those balls, that like hollow bounce.
We talked about that on Kim's first episode, The Pack. They play dodgeball. And
Oh,
remember,
yeah.
The Pack teams up on the Nerdy Kid. That sound haunts my dreams. I hated dodgeball.
Okay, so if Kim is going to come be in an episode, Ethan Rain has to be in it, and so does a dodgeball.
Yeah, we get the checklist.
Was Ethan in a previous episode that I was on?
He was in
Yeah.
Halloween. He was the one who made all the
Was he?
Halloween costumes.
Yeah, he made all the Halloween costumes.
Ethan, the guy that's running the chocolate.
Oh, he had the store?
Yeah,
Yeah, the British guy with the silk shirt in this
Oh.
one was in that one.
he
Didn't
heard
know
you
it
were
was the
going to be
same guy.
here. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
like,
Thanks, Ethan.
Giles looks super fine, by the way. And Buffy runs off specifically to be like, sorry, Giles, I gotta go. Mom wants me home. JK, she goes to the Vamption, where Hot Angel is doing Tai Chi.
Kim probably needs a primer on this whole plot as well.
yeah.
So Buffy and Angel were together.
Mm-hmm.
They banged. It was her first time. That reversed his curse. If Angel ever experienced happiness, he would lose his soul again. He was very happy to bang Buffy. He became evil and was the bad guy in the second half of the second season. He killed Jenny. He killed Giles' girlfriend, the computer teacher.
Hold on. He would lose his soul again. So Angel had a soul?
Yeah,
Okay.
vampires in this show don't have a soul. They cursed
then
him
he
with the soul so that he would
experienced-
feel guilt about all the people he killed. That was the curse.
Okay, so that's why he was like a good guy. And
Yeah.
then
And then he
Happiness
busts a nut and loses his soul.
your soul.
Yeah.
So then he was the bad guy.
And then how do you get good again?
The computer teacher was working on a spell because she was the descendant of the gypsies that cursed him initially. There's a lot to catch you up on. So she was
Doing
working
good.
on a spell.
You're making it succinct. You're doing a good
She
job.
was working on a spell, but then Angel figured out she was working on a spell, so he killed her. But then Willow took over teaching the computer class and found a disc with the spell on it. So she was like, well, we can get Angel his soul back. Problem was, Angel was summoning a demon that was going to suck the entire world into hell. So Buffy went there to stop him. They did the spell at the same time. So he opened the portal to hell. Then he got good. Buffy had to kill him because killing Angel was the only way to stop the demon from sucking the entire world into hell. So they had like a quick kiss, and then she had to kill her recently good
Re-ensouled
boyfriend.
It was very sad. And
So
upsetting.
he's been in a hell dimension for 100 years getting tortured, and he just dropped back into the mansion. He was feral for a while, running around, and now Buffy's been kind of rehabbing him, but hasn't told anybody that he's back.
Oh.
Yeah. So she's like bringing him blood DoorDash, and he's trying to get his head right, and that's why he's doing Tai Chi.
Just doing hot topless Tai Chi.
And then he asks her about Scott because she had a little
Yes.
boyfriend. He dumped her last week, but she hasn't told Angel because she was like trying to keep her distance from getting back with Angel. So she does not admit that her boyfriend dumped
Was
her.
Scott cool?
He was same height as Buffy. He was very cute. He was very mild mannered. He
not
was
for Buffy.
he was not a challenge.
And he invited her to a Buster Keaton festival.
I don't even know who that is.
Exactly.
He was like if
Or like
If-
an old timey comedian.
yeah,
or
if Charlie
Yeah.
Chaplin is Britney Spears, then Buster Keaton was Christina Aguilera. There's a famous gag of him standing and the frame of a house falls and he's standing and the window lines up. That's
something.
Buster
Oh yeah.
Keaton.
Okay.
So Why would you invite Buffy to that? Anyway, okay, so now you're all caught up.
I think that's everything.
So that's why he's in the vamption. So she takes him over to one of the hearths.
Ooh, you got a hearth on for this one.
I did get a hearth on for this hearth. It's just basically like she doesn't want to tell him that Scott dumped her and it's awkward.
But she does try to subconsciously hit on him by saying, I don't smell like garbage.
Should I entice you by telling you when I don't smell like garbage?
If it ever happens. Just kidding. You just set it up. I had to. No, you don't smell like garbage. You smell great.
That was good. So Buffy comes home and she's like, hi, Mom. Sorry, Giles kept me late. And then here comes hot daddy around the corner. Listen, was Giles doing it for you in this episode?
Young Giles. Team Giles. Bad boy Giles.
I wanna rip a Rupert sandwich. Rip a Rupert. They're like, you fucking lied. And you also lied to Willow, which that's what I have the real problem with.
Willow's lying to everybody right now.
And like, as she is talking, like they just keep handing chocolate bars back and forth to each other. And I'm like, there's no fucking way that chocolate is good. The chocolate that had to be
mass
sold
produced,
at schools,
yeah.
Terrible.
It's not, you're not selling gourmet chocolate to raise money for the band.
It's like people who are like, oh, I love those gold coin chocolates. I'm like, no, you don't.
No.
It's garbage.
I like the gold coin chocolates.
Well, also, but
you also like stale Peeps.
A lot of people like stale Peeps.
Who? Sound off in the comments.
Wait, do Peeps come another way?
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of what Peeps are?
No, they come not stale. They come
soft
squishy.
and mushy.
You like them kind of crunchy? Kind of.
I like them 6 months later.
So if you ever want to get Kim a present, you get her Peeps and then give them to her on her
Christmas.
birthday.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Fair. But we got to, for perspective, you don't like milk chocolate though either. So we're already at a
prefer
disadvantage.
dark, but I don't dislike milk chocolate. I hate white chocolate.
I love the
Isn't
gold coins with the crunchies in them. Come on.
Oh, like the Rice Krispies?
Yeah, that's the
I'm
best.
with you on this.
So boring. What a pedestrian palate you have. Both
But
of
I
you.
will say I'm not a huge chocolate guy. I was much more of a fruit flavored candy, hard candy. And I love chalky fruit flavored candy like Smarties and shit like that. So if they were trying to convince me to fall under this spell, chocolate probably wouldn't be the way to tempt me.
You'd be the only adult in the town.
That's right.
Buffy is arguing like, you're both scheduling me to eat 24 hours a day. And Giles tells her not to freak out. And she's like, when have you ever said freak out in your life? So she goes upstairs, she leaves, and Joyce, with a G, are sitting on the couch eating chocolate together.
It is something of an aphrodisiac.
It is. So is Giles's 3-piece tweeds.
And his man spreading.
He was man spreading. He doesn't normally sit like that. Okay, now Kim's boyfriend, Ethan Rain. Ethan loves Kim. So we see that he's the one boxing bars of chocolate in a big factory. And we're like, uh-oh, this fucking guy. Now we go to... I don't want to talk about this scene. It's in the science lab. You talk about it.
All right, so they're partnered up with their lab partners. As I was like, why is Cordy not sitting with her boyfriend? But
yeah,
apparently they were assigned seating. So Buffy and Cordelia are sitting together, and
otherwise
Cordelia
known as Bordelia
or Cuffy. I don't
Cuffy.
know. I'm unclear what class they're in, but they're waiting for the teacher, and just Giles. And she's like, Giles isn't here to give me credit for how bored I am, which is funny. But meanwhile, behind them, Willow and Xander are just full on foot fucking in front of God and everybody.
I fucking hate this storyline. Like, of the entire series of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I hate this storyline the most. Because I think it's unnecessary. Like, it's literally just there to piss me off.
That's probably what they were doing. You said you didn't buy it. I fully buy it. She's had a crush on Xander since she was a zygote.
That's true.
And he's paying her attention. He's self-destructive, so he can't appreciate that he's got a beautiful girlfriend. He even said last episode, he's like, you'd think having like a hot girlfriend would fix things, and it doesn't.
Well, but she's super into Oz.
The heart wants what the heart wants.
So do you think it's just almost like residual?
I said last week, I think there's a freight train of momentum pushing Willow in this direction, and Xander starts to take notice of her.
But I think
it's irresistible.
I think Xander is only noticing because her attention is on someone else.
That's how love triangles work. Love rhombuses.
Xander can suck a dick. This is also where like Giles is the one who's supposed to be there, and like Giles is never late for anything.
It's very uncharacteristic.
So out in the hallway, Snyder is also eating a candy bar, and he asks some old lady to proctor the classroom.
Mrs. Barton.
Did you notice, Kim? Probably not. Did you notice that this actress's, the old lady, all of her lines are dubbed?
No.
That's not her voice.
I did not.
Or it really sounded like it.
The big pinhead librarian didn't show up, and I don't want to do it. You do it.
All right, fine. I'll do it.
We're going to have to trivia crypt that.
Yeah.
Because it just sounded not like it was coming out of her voice.
Can I just say, too, I thought Snyder was hilarious in this episode.
Was great.
I couldn't get enough of him. I was so happy to see him do something different, and I think he really sold it.
Yeah, and I think this is so fun for like specifically him and Anthony Head to be like, can I fucking loosen this tie?
Loosen the
Literally.
tie.
Mrs. Barton, voice dubbed lady, she comes in and she's just like, I don't want to be doing class either. Let's pretend. And Buffy's like, what the fuck is going on? But she's mostly weirded out that Giles isn't there because he is like an atomic clock, always on time.
And if we think about it, the last time Giles didn't show up where he was supposed to.
He was probably knocked out.
No, it was some shenanigans, and I think it was Dark Age when he was like really going through it.
When he was going through
so
it.
she probably is traumatized by like Giles not being dependable means something really bad's about to happen.
Right. So she shows up at Giles, and Joyce is there as well, and she's like, "Oh, hi."
This is weird as shit. This is like when you were a kid. Kim, did you ever like run into one of your teachers at the grocery store and it just like blew your mind? Like
that they're like a regular person.
Yeah. Like why are you getting food? You just go in a closet at the school when you're off the clock?
Yeah. So not only does she see Giles in his habitat, but her mom is also like not in her habitat. And basically they're like, oh, we're just coordinating your schedule. Here, take the keys. And Buffy's like, "Bleh," takes keys and runs. And then one of them says, do you think she knew? And Giles lights up a cigarette and Joyce pulls out the Kahlua, we think? Kahlua?
I
feel like that's what teenagers drink is Kahlua.
It wasn't schnapps, so it was probably Kahlua.
Yeah. I remember one time my best friend in high school, the only liquor we felt comfortable stealing that like would go unnoticed for the longest period of time was peppermint schnapps. And then it was that fluorescent green. And then she threw up all over her parents' couch, then passed out in it. And I was up all night cleaning fluorescent peppermint schnapps puke out of the couch.
You didn't, there's no way you got that out.
No. No,
you got to burn that couch.
I did not. I did not.
What was your stolen booze of choice as a youngster?
We drank St. Ides Special Brew.
Okay.
St. Ides Special
It wasn't
Brew.
stolen. It was like we got cases of it and drank on the corner. Don't ask me how. I wasn't the getter of it. But I didn't like steal from the liquor cabinet kind of thing.
Is that like Boone's Farm or like what even is that?
St. Ides is like a 40 and Special Brew is like a
malt liquor
colored flavor. Yeah. So I remember just like blue and red flavors. It was the Gatorade of malt liquor. I liked blue.
The tongue was a dead giveaway.
Yeah.
My friend who sometimes watches this show, so and I've talked about him in the past. He was, or maybe I shouldn't say what story was his because I think I bleeped his name out of the last time we talked about him for his anonymity. But we would take rum off the top of the fridge that his dad rarely drank, and we would put it in oatmeal. That was like our thing. And then what we would do is we would mark the line with a crayon on the label. And then we would fill it up with water back to the crayon mark and then scrape the crayon mark off with our thumb so that if he looked at it, visually it looked the same. But we did this so frequently that by the end it was mostly just water.
Mostly just clear.
Yeah. And I can't imagine his dad finally going like, you know what, I'm going to have my annual slug of rum and it's just fucking sink water.
And then he gets out the oatmeal. what the fuck were you doing?
Why oatmeal?
Yeah, did you make oatmeal? Like, were you like, okay?
Yeah, we made like microwave maple and brown sugar oatmeal, and then we'd put rum in it. It was fucking
maple
delicious.
and brown sugar.
Yeah,
Okay.
Changes things for me.
I think I just
Okay.
Okay.
I think I just won you over.
Convinced.
Okay, I think Kim and I were on the same track, but the wrong track. And I know what track we were on. We were thinking you were like making the oatmeal with the rum. Like
we
it's
would
dry, and then you were like, the water that is absorbed is rum. Not that
Yeah.
you were like adding
That's
a splash
100%
of
what I thought.
Yeah, not like
Is
adding
that not
a
what you're
splash.
talking about?
No, what
No,
he
we
said
made
was
oatmeal
like, I
that was
made oatmeal.
perfectly fine to eat on its own, and then we would add rum to
added
it, and
rum.
the flavors of the maple brown sugar and the rum.
That
mixed well
sounds like
together.
some great.
I
British
think you should
bake-off
try it
bullshit. I know that
the other
sounds
way.
delicious. Oh, were we-
Yeah, I think you should use the rum as the
I
water.
should fill a kettle with rum and
Seep
heat it
that
up.
in there. Yeah.
no. Do you know what happens if you heat up alcohol?
You just get the vapors, and then it's not boozy anymore.
Yeah, Anna. Why did we do this, Anna? If you're listening, why did we microwave vodka in our dorm? Why do we do that
Maybe you're trying to make Easy Mac.
with vodka?
Same way as oatmeal.
I think what we've stumbled on is the three of us need to release a cookbook that is just replacing the water in everyday food items with different kinds of alcohol.
Yep.
I'm loving this idea.
Billow is in the car, and listen, she's not a good driver.
And Willow seems to know immediately.
I
She
don't
was
think
pulling
I
a
would-
real Clueless on the highway here.
yeah, but I don't think I'm as bad of a driver as Buffy is. Kim, you can chime in anytime.
I was
you
like,
want
"Where's
to
my
agree with
my
me."
sound assets for crickets?" All I have is door closed. Oh, wait, here it is. I do have it.
Oh, crickets.
I don't know if anyone can hear it.
So they're going to study at the Bronze.
I'm so sorry. I have to go back to you driving. I know. I don't feel like we had a sound effects conversation instead of me getting to talk about how bad of a driver Ketrin is.
Okay, go ahead.
Because similar to how Willow felt, clearly afraid for her life. And she was in the front seat, so she was really locked in there, but pretend Buffy was driving a van that had no seats in the back and you're just sitting
Right.
in the floor of the back.
Yeah.
Can you imagine rolling around? Yeah, that was my life.
You're in a dryer.
Yeah.
And you're just thinking to yourself, I'm going to die. This is how I die.
But there were glow in the dark stars on the ceiling.
There were.
So at least you'd have something peaceful to look at.
At least one time, to be fair to you, Ketrin,
Thank
that
you.
you got in an accident while I was in the car. And then we just had to sit there while you dealt with insurance and talked to
Right.
the guy and everything. And then there's another time that's just my favorite ever when you got real mad that we all laughed at. What a
I
bad
did get
driver
really
you.
mad, and you guys just kept laughing, and I kept getting more mad, and you kept laughing more.
I actually was driving in LA recently and saw a parking lot that just looked like the parking lot that you were trying to turn into in Baltimore. And I just started laughing to myself. Like, she was already so angry. Like, she was driving. There was a bunch of us in the car. It was so hot, I feel
so
like.
hot.
And she was so angry. She was lost. And we're just like, okay, we'll just like turn into this parking lot up ahead right here. The parking lot ahead of us. Just turn into the parking lot like a regular person and we'll figure out directions or whatever we're doing. So she immediately turns into like some just empty rocky lot that we're all just like, whoa.
I would like
So
hopped
then
up on the curb.
we start laughing because we're first laughing at how angry she is about being lost, and then she does that and then we can't stop laughing.
I was
This
so
felt like
Which is
angry.
very triggering for you. It just ramps you up.
Yeah,
it felt
was
like we were
terrible.
eating teen chocolate and you were a mad adult.
That's what it felt like. I felt like, God, oh God, I'm like getting heated,
Getting the vapors.
thinking about it. Okay,
I was not a bad driver, but I did a lot of reckless, stupid shit in my car. My senior year, I had a 76 Chevy Caprice that was like 3.5 city blocks long. It was amazing. And it had the bench seat in the front. So not individual seats, but just like one long
Totally.
padded church pew.
Yes.
So me and my friend Scott, one of the things we would do is while driving, we would time it down 3, 2, 1. He would take the wheel and put his foot on the pedal, and he would go over my lap, and I would slide under him, and we would swap places while the car was moving.
No, don't do
No,
that, you
don't do
teenage
that.
idiots.
And then another thing we did,
Ah,
Scott
we're so
also,
dumb.
and I don't know why he wanted to do this, and it's thinking about this now, I'm horrified. He wanted to ride around in the trunk of my car. And so he just climbed in the trunk and I drove him around. I was like, what if I had gotten stopped for something and he's just in the trunk and he doesn't know why? And then he's just like, hey, let me out of here. Or imagine if I'd gotten fucking rear-ended with my friend in the trunk. Like, that was so reckless.
I also drove with someone in the trunk when I was a teenager.
Who was
but
it?
my first car was like a 93 Chevy Camaro. So it was hatchbacky, but barely a trunk. It was like, like those little flat Camaros.
Yeah.
But it was just all the theater kids. We were just piling in, and there was no, it's a small car. So there was just like 6 or 7 people in there. So one guy had to get in the trunk. But it's connected to the rest of the car, so.
No, this was fully in a separate compartment. Now, this car was so big, though, that we would sometimes fit 4 in the front, and I could do 5 or 6 in the back. Like, we drive around with 9-10 people in this car sometimes.
Fucking clown car. Back at the old Joyce apartment, Joyce spelled with a G, they are listening to music.
Is her name spelled with a G?
No.
No, that's their couple name. It's Joyce, because they're Giles and Joyce. So it's Oyce.
Yeah.
It's good when you have to explain your jokes.
This is
Thanks for watching the show.
Yeah, it's just proving that Kim doesn't watch the show. That's all it's proving. Wow.
No, I know you mix people's names.
Do you?
I do. You've done it at least 3 times already.
So they decide they're going to go tear things up around town, but they're not going to go to the Bronze because the Bronze is dead. And that rings true for me. I don't think Ripper would go hang out at the Bronze.
Right. It's obvious.
And we cut to the Bronze, which is not dead, but it is full of teenage grown-ups. And Oz's band is like, what is happening? How'd you feel about the lead singer of this band, Kim?
I wanted to know more.
Right. What do you want to know?
I don't know. I was intrigued by him. And I was like, who's this gentleman? I didn't love his shirt. I just didn't know who he is. And I wondered if I needed to know who he was, or did other people know who he is?
He's a minor character.
He's pretty dumb.
He used to date Cordy briefly.
Yeah. But the reason I asked is because he is definitively the one who in our 20s you would have been into.
Oh.
I think. Like he just
has that.
What I find weird about that band is when you think of like the great bands and you imagine the singer and the lead guitarist like standing together, almost like Bon Jovi and Richie Sambora, like back to back, like they look congruent, like they look like they go together.
Yeah.
This guy's 6'8" and Oz could fit in his pocket. And they don't look like they would hang out not on stage.
They look like
strange.
that movie that Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito did.
Twins.
Yeah. Was it? Yeah.
They did a couple.
Kindergarten Twins?
No, it wasn't
Kindergarten Cop.
Kindergarten Cop.
Danny DeVito was not in
Boys
that.
have penises and girls have vaginas.
So the Bronze is crazy. All of the teachers are there. Bill Oz is like, what the fuck is happening? Oz at one point says this is a sober mirror to look into, which I love. And so this is where the kids are like, okay, something's afoot. So now we go back to the factory, and this is where Mr. Trick is like touring the factory with Ethan Rayne. We also see like the way Mr. Trick does business, because when somebody goes to like sample a chocolate bar, he just breaks his neck.
Well, no, it's even more diabolical than that. He accuses a guy
sample.
of sampling the product. The guy's like, I didn't. And he kills him. And Ethan goes, how did you know he did? And he goes, I don't, but now I know no one else will.
Yeah, that was pretty
Yeah.
Machiavellian. This is where a bunch of olds are singing Louie Louie on the stage.
I asked Ketrin if this was like what her childhood was, watching her dad's a cappella group.
And
My father watches this. You're going to have to answer to him.
I didn't. It was a question. It wasn't a. I said they never like took a few belts of
some rum oatmeal.
Cut Loose.
They were sophisticated and they were in harmony.
All jokes aside, your dad's a cappella group is amazing. We have a CD of theirs stuck in our car. It's the only CD we can listen to. So if we ever turn the CD on, it's what are they called?
Jones Falls Express.
Jones Falls Express. And,
JFX for sure.
and they sang at our wedding, and they were actually fucking amazing.
A fight breaks out amongst the teenage olds. Everybody seems to be really into this mediocre chocolate. So they go out and Buffy's like, we got to figure this the fuck out. Snyder is the old tag along friend. The one where you're just like, oh, we got to get out of here before. Oh, he's with us. So Snozbillow is in the car. Snozbillow.
No, I'm with you.
Okay, good.
I don't think Kim's with you.
It took me a long time.
Oz has the very important question of, well, 16-year-old Giles is still, pretty together guy. And that's where they're like, no. Young 16-year-old Giles is Ripper. And Ripper tears shit up. No pun intended.
Yeah, we had an episode last time Ethan was in after you were here where
maybe we should.
Yeah, Giles was like, the family business was being a watcher, and he felt very burdened by that. So he ran away as a teenager, went to London, played bass in a punk band, and then he and his friends,
who included Ethan Rayne,
would get high and conjure demons for fun. And one of them didn't like being their plaything and came back to
take them all out one by one.
Wanted to, get revenge on them. And so that's when we learned Giles' whole backstory.
And is that what flipped him to being the Giles?
I think so.
Know?
Yeah, he was
face the demons
pretty much.
Basically.
Yeah, he had to face his
his
metaphorical and
his
demons.
Very real demons.
And then Ethan Rayne never came back from the dark side. It would be like if you and I went to the dark side in our 20s and then you never came back from it and I became a watcher. Why didn't you come back from the dark side?
I don't know. It was that shrunken head you gave me.
I'd pull you back from the dark side.
Thank you.
I wouldn't let you be dark. I'd lock you in a room until you were light again.
Threaten my bubble baths with an electrocutor.
Be good.
Ah, Jesus.
This is really bad. Joyce with a G is walking around hotly, and Arik and I really were in sync. We both were equally attracted to both people in this pairing.
I mean, I think I preferred Joyce, but yeah, they were both doing it for me.
They
Now, Kim,
were.
you said Bad Boy Giles was had your number a little
Come
bit.
on, of course. The bad boys.
And British.
I mean,
And
come on.
Yeah.
And that accent, that relaxed British accent, that informal accent, I
Yes.
feel like I've hung out with that guy in bars in Wales a
Yeah.
bunch. Like that specific guy.
Let me ask your hypothesis about this. So Rupert Giles' accent is very upper crusty, right?
Yes.
Ripper Giles' accent, very lower crusty.
Didn't notice.
Oh, it's a very so what? Okay, well, take that as fact that
Okay.
when he's speaking as Ripper, it's a much more relaxed. Which one do you think is his accent, or is it somewhere in between? What's going on with that?
So you're asking not Anthony Head, but Rupert himself.
Rupert himself.
Does he put on the posh
Which
accent?
one does he put on?
Or
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's more nebulous than that. Well, I want to hear Kim's hypothesis.
I think I'm leaning towards what you're saying, though, Arik.
Yeah, I think that I slip into a Midwest accent without thinking about it.
Yeah. Think of my Philly accent
Right.
and my posh accent that I currently have.
Your very posh accent. It is exactly that. You're
Yeah.
fit when you get all Philly. Yeah. Go
When you
ahead.
say
Sorry.
Wooder, what is she talking about? But I had cousins that lived in Kentucky, and they would come up to visit. And if I spent the day with them, I'd come home with a Kentucky accent.
Oh, boy.
Did you ever have anything like that where you would spend time around people and kind of pick up their accent?
Bitch, I went to
current-
Philly. Yeah.
Current situation, but with Philly. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. We went to Philly with Kim. All of us, all five of us synced together. And all of us at one point at different times in the trip, Kim would say something and we would all look at each other and just be like, who the fuck was that?
If I just talk to my brother on the phone or
Yeah.
my friend from Philly, it just comes back.
Okay. So you totally solved this mystery that Philly is your Ripper. They're walking around hotly. Love Joyce's outfit. Frankly, I love both their outfits. I would wear either of those outfits.
Couldn't agree more.
Ripper is like, oh, you like that jacket? And he breaks a window. Kim, this really felt, we just choose episode 6.
because that's the first one you did.
Like, we don't plan for these to be like so appropriate. Like, you would have been putty in Ripper's hands.
This is true, but unfortunately, I know that your love for him is so strong that that's kind of all I could think about
Like hands
the
off.
whole time.
And it made you go, yeah.
And so I really felt it a lot more towards Tai Chi Angel.
Oh.
And
which is
possibly
great.
the lead singer, because when you ask me that, I'm just like, I knew nothing about the lead singer, didn't think anything about him, and I wasn't like, hey,
Yeah.
but I was intrigued.
You wanted to know more.
Yeah, but it
I
also
did.
is the
But
magic
yeah,
of our
Topless
friendship.
Angel.
Yeah.
Angel's very shirt averse since he's been back from the Hell Dimension.
He is shirt averse.
He had a shirt on briefly last week, but it was fully unbuttoned.
Do you know why? I bet. So, did you know that there's an ancient medieval type of torture? This is true. That was called a hair shirt. It was literally a shirt made out of hair that people wore underneath their linen shirt, either imposed upon them as punishment or religious people who were like trying to self-flagellate or whatever. And it was like so itchy, it drove you insane.
Hate that.
Right? I bet one of the things in the Hell Dimension was hair shirts. I bet he had to wear a hair shirt. So he's like, no shirts. I'm not doing any shirts for a while.
Could be. I thought a hair shirt was just anything our cat had slept on that is in the house. Most of my clothes are hair shirts.
But going back to the fact that you weren't as taken in by Ripper as you might have been had I not been so taken in is just indicative of the magic of Kim and my friendship.
Yeah.
That we've never
fought over a
attracted to
guy.
the same dude. Ever.
I mean, Kim saw your interest in me and said, all right, well, as much as I'd love to, that's not for me.
She said, nope. He breaks the window. And then there's a cop with a gun. I don't know why I just say cop with a gun. They all have guns. He does have a chocolate bar in his pocket.
Mm-hmm.
So presumably he's also a teenage cop.
I think he's just mad with power. He's got a gun.
Mad with power.
That's
okay.
what I took. He's playing cops and robbers.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Giles, you thought it was too slow-mo. I was fine with it.
Yeah, the slow-mo disarming of the cop was a little goofy.
I was fine with it.
I'd have rather seen Buffy stunt double's face in Giles's clothes and had that move look like something.
It's because it was playing in slow motion in my mind as well. So now Giles has a gun. Ho, ho, ho. Now I have a machine gun. Buffy gets T-boned by a candy grown-up in a car.
And everyone gets out without a scratch. Snyder would be a bag of mush.
And I think in the watch-along, this is where I went, okay, I see it. I think I am a bad driver. I think I do relate to Buffy.
I feel like, and the amount of damage we see at the car at the end of the episode, I feel like if a pedestrian bumped into your car, it would make more scratches than this got. She got fully T-boned and it barely touched the car.
Yeah.
They don't make them like they used to.
So
Kim, you're from car people. Is that realistic?
I don't think so.
No. I guess this is actually where Giles steals the gun, and then that's just too hot for old Joyce with a G, because they start boning on the hood of a car. I think they bone to completion on that hood of a car.
Yeah, you gave me so much shit for saying to completion last week.
I know, now it's stuck in my head.
She's like, I'd rather you said jizz than to completion.
It just felt gross to me, but this felt like to completion.
Yeah, this is what it's for. This situation right here.
Yeah.
So yeah, because Buffy did say at the end, she's like, good thing I stopped you before you did anything. And I feel like Joyce is running with JGF hair a lot of this episode. I think.
Because also, like, they're teenagers, and it's like, you know, sometimes, like, teenagers don't know what they're doing. Sometimes you're at a party. The whole town is a party, and sometimes you're at a party, and, like, people are just in a room fucking. They get out of the car that has been slightly dented, and just teenage olds everywhere, just doing crazy shit, taking over the playground, all this kind of stuff. And Buffy's like, no one's protecting their houses. So where are all the vampires? For vampires, yes, you in the
I have a question.
leather jacket.
What difference does it make about houses? Vampires can't go into your house even if you're not home. So like, why was the protecting of houses brought up?
I think that's a great point. I feel like more they were saying that everyone's out and about and not in their houses, but it was a weird way to say it.
Yeah.
I agree. I feel like because it's the phrasing that threw us off, I think.
Well, I think it was the writers wanted to set up that something is now vulnerable and unguarded. But it was kind of a clunky way to do it.
This is when they realize it's the candy. So they question Snyder to be like, where did you get the candy? He's like, he genuinely doesn't know anything.
This whole organization, I got to give this to the mayor.
Yeah.
This entire thing from top to bottom is a need to know. You only know as much as you're part of it.
He's a great businessman.
Because Trick doesn't know the big picture.
Ethan doesn't
knows less than he does.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Snyder knows the least.
Where it's a tight ship.
Yeah. Buffy's now, stalking around the town trying to figure out where the chocolate is, and she passes Joyce with a G making out on the road, street, alley. And Giles is like, go away, we're busy. Like, he doesn't even stop.
You did have a question, and it occurs to me, because we know Xander loves candy bars. Xander's seen eating the candy.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Doesn't seem to have any effect on actual teenagers.
Teenagers it didn't seem to affect.
We also had the
assumption.
question of, and I'd like your hypothesis on this, Giles definitively needs glasses. He is not wearing glasses as Ripper. Is his eyesight better, or is he like, these are dumb and actually can't see very well?
Great question.
Like, can he not see very well?
And he'd rather be blind and sexy than feel like a dork in his spectacles.
Yeah.
Could go either way.
Little does he know, I'll go for some slutty little glasses.
What about big, thick black rim glasses?
Your glasses are pretty slutty.
I'll take it.
I love your slutty glasses. Buffy really has to put the crack down on teenage Giles and has to kind of be like, listen, like, I'm the Slayer. I know you don't want to fuck with me. Giles realizes that, like, he knows, like, I can't take her in a fight. Buffy tries to show the car to Joyce to be like, look, Mom, aren't you mad at me? Like, I ruined the car. And she's like, oh my God, I bought the geek machine, which I like that car.
It was like a Jeep. Yeah, it could have been a minivan. That would.
It could have been a silver Windstar minivan with a red stripe. All the seats
I wasn't even referring that to you, but it was a joke I made without even knowing it.
Yep. I drove a silver Ford Windstar with a cool red stripe. Took all the seats out of the back. Why? And put some glow in the dark stars on the ceiling. Why did we take all the seats?
Why
out of the
didn't
back?
we want seats?
Why?
Did you imagine just a slam fest, like you were just banging dudes left and right?
I assure you, I was not.
Do you think it was fun to have people kind of just rolling around in the back?
And like, the seats were in my parents' garage, and like, I didn't take them out myself.
Like, were you hauling lumber? Like, what was?
I don't know.
Don't remember.
I'm gonna have to ask Dad. Though throughout this podcast, Kim, we have learned that my parents have blocked out the majority of my childhood. So
they're not gonna have anything useful to tell you.
I prefer it if they blocked out our entire college years. That makes me feel better.
How did they get to the factory? There's a fight in front of it. I don't know. She found it, so they go.
Well,
into the
there's
factory.
a crowd. They're like throwing bars
clamoring for
to
the
crowd.
Fight in the factory. Ethan's there.
She pulls him out of a box.
It was so funny.
And he's got his head sticking out like he's a horse at a trailer. Like,
Giles is like so excited to have Buffy beat up Ethan. Like, he literally like jumps in the air and is like, yeah! Like, he's so excited about it. It's so, I bet Anthony Head just had such a fucking blast shooting this episode. I think that's what's also so fun for me, is like thinking about what this actor, who I've now seen in like multiple projects, like just getting to have fun just really brought a lot of joy to my heart. Back at the library, because they're like, we need to research candy spells, and
she
what
sends
demon is
Waz to go find Zordy, and they're supposed to look up some stuff.
Yeah. Cordy makes a reference to the way that her parents are manifesting teenageness, is that her mom is borrowing her clothes, and then I'm pretty sure she referenced her dad masturbating constantly.
I think I talked over that in the watch along. Holy crap.
Because she
to completion?
She says something along the lines of like, and my dad just was in the bathroom for hours. I don't know what he was doing in there.
No, that checks out.
Is that
as a former teenage boy can confirm.
So
But also, she says some shit about her. There should be age limits on Lycra pants. I'm like, I want to see the mom first before I co-sign this.
yeah, exactly. Also, we're not doing that anymore. We are not doing the you're of a certain age, therefore you have to shop at Lane Bryant.
Right.
We're
And
not doing that.
And the mom clearly had the genes to make Cordelia, so she's probably got it going on.
Yeah, exactly.
Cordy's mom
Facts.
got it going on.
Zillow has a thumb touch where their sting music
Thumb
sting comes
touch.
in. I hate this storyline. Why did I have my tongue out when I did it?
But you said the music sting was like a romantic, like
Yeah, they
and-
want us to like it. I didn't like it.
it should be the Jaws theme when they flirt. Like it should be foreboding. It should be terrible.
I hate it.
And then Cordy asks Willow if she wants to swap,
yuck.
meaning books. But of course,
Right.
Willow can only think about one thing. So
So back at the factory, this is where she kicks through the wall and pulls Ethan through it. It was a very funny shot.
Buffy has a real Sydney Prescott bam bitch went down moment that I loved.
She does.
She asks a question, he's like, I don't know, and she's like, bam, and I was like, oh, bitch goes down.
That was
Bam, Buffy, super bitch.
That was pretty great. I forgot about that. And I like the way that the actor takes the punch. Like it's very like doink. It was really great. Snoice is now waiting for them to get back. Like to, they're not going to do the chasing. Ethan now is having like a moment of honesty where he's like, legitimately, this was not my idea. Like I was paid to do a job by Mr. Trick. He's the one you want. And this is where Giles is like, you're my slayer, go knock his teeth down his throat, which is so great. And we learn that there's some sort of tribute to a demon that needs to be paid. So one thing that was slightly unclear to me until like this watch of it is that the reason the mayor is doing this is because he's obviously some kind of evil, but there are other evils who are sort of like, if you want to be the big bad, you've got to pay me off.
yeah, it's like an organized crime thing. It's like if you want to operate in this territory, you got to kick up to the boss.
Got
kind
it.
of a thing.
Yeah. We then see the vamps walking into the baby unit in the hospital, and both
know, babies.
Arik and I were like, "Oh no, Kim, don't want Kim, cover your eyes. Don't look at them."
Oh, why'd you make me watch the baby killing episode?
I don't know, but nobody died.
It's true. We saved them.
Giles kind of has a memory. I liked this.
Yeah, this is great.
Because just because he's Ripper doesn't mean he doesn't know shit. He actually was researching demons all the fucking time.
Yeah, this was
as Ripper.
this was his demon raising days, so
Yeah.
he would have had access to this. Yeah,
I just liked
Yeah.
that they realized that it was like, oh, Ripper's not useless. He actually may have
and it pays
information.
off Oz's thing too. It's like even 16-year-old Giles is still Giles,
Oh,
so it actually not the route he was thinking, but it actually rings
Right.
true.
Mm-hmm.
Ethan is going to go hit her with a crowbar. Giles pulls the gun that he stole from the cop out, and Buffy is like, give me the gun. So he hands her the gun. And Willow says, this particular demon eats babies. Buffy is like, I need something to restrain Ethan with. And Joyce pulls out the handcuffs,
Oh gosh.
which they definitely used on the hood of that
Definitely.
cop car.
To completion.
Do you think Joyce handcuffed Giles or Giles handcuffed Joyce, or do you think they did like a beat it thing where they handcuffed each other to each other?
Oh,
I think Joyce got handcuffed for sure.
interesting. I think Joyce handcuffed Giles.
Fascinating.
I want
And
to
it
hear the
would-
explanations for both of these.
I think I was just thinking of what I would prefer. I don't have a real reason behind it.
Kim's
I was like, I want Ripper to handcuff me.
Yeah. I think that like we saw Giles being like the dom for most of it. I can see Joyce getting a little frisky and being like, and then Giles being kind of like into it and letting her, but he's still the dom.
Yeah, he's topping from the bottom. they
Topping
say.
from the bottom. Yes, exactly. Kim just told on herself. Kim likes to bottom from the bottom.
That's right.
Oh. At the hospital, Goof Snoice is there. Go ahead. Goof Snoice. Who is it?
Giles, Buffy, Snyder, and Joyce.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Muppet. Sounds like a character only Big Bird can see.
Or it sounds like Snoise. She tells Snyder to go home and tells Joyce with a G to come along, but they're still making out. And so they go to, I wrote the sacrifice office. Did I mean the sewer? I did. I called it the sacrifice office. It's
Sure.
not. It's the sewer. The mayor's there too. I loved this at one point where he's like, I'm a bad guy, but I'm still the fucking mayor. And these sewer lines are absolutely not up to code. So they're waiting for Lurkonis. And
Which sounds like one of your made up names. I spent a second trying to figure out which
100%.
characters that was.
Me too.
and Biles drops in and they're fighting and Joyce.
Well, we got the guys in the, I hate the,
I know you don't. I don't
like the
I-
lame monk robe, like druid, stereotypical cult robes. Like, I just feel like it's lazy.
Okay, what are we putting them in?
I just put them in just their street clothes, just their civvies. I don't need they don't have to dress like Jawas from Star Wars. Like,
But like, why can't they? Like, why don't
because
you
it's
want
lame
people
and
to?
it's been done.
But like, why don't you want people to express themselves? People have worn leather jackets before.
You told me to wear this. You're like, oh, it's Teenage Ripper. Wear your biker jacket.
Well, this backfired. There's a fight in the sewer. Joyce with a G grabs the babies. Apparently, they only needed 4. And I'm like, I feel like you could have just gone in and grabbed 4 babies. I don't think you needed to do this whole.
You didn't
Yeah,
need
the whole town didn't need to be
No.
distracted.
Yeah.
So you could go to one room in the hospital and
grab
steal
4
4
babies.
Vampires could
It
just
was
walk
very
in and
simple.
take 4 babies
Yeah.
without any of this nonsense.
100%.
It was
Yeah,
all.
that definitely didn't make any sense.
We then see that Lurkonis is a giant, poorly CGI'd snake demon.
These effects aren't very special.
Mr. Trick wants to fight Buffy, but Giles jumps in to defend her and is immediately thrown into the poop
Poo
pool
water.
that Bimberly just got out of, clearly. Trick fucks out of there, which you noticed is something that Spike does.
It was Spike's
as
move
well.
in the beginning of season 2. The fight didn't go his way, and he's like, all right, peace.
Yeah, he just leaves, which I mean truly is a
Yeah, we'll do this again.
survivalist strategy.
Mhm.
Buffy has the really like smart move of like grabbing a gas line. There's a torch, and she torches the fucking snake monster.
Which, in a
whatever.
weird way, is kind of a callback to the Buffy movie when she torches the guy with the hairspray and the lighter.
Oh my god.
Keen fashion sense.
Oh yeah, it totally
Love
is.
that move.
Poor Buffy has to take the SATs the next day, which really sucks.
That's rough.
You can retake the SATs. Just skip this one. Get teenage Joyce to write you a fucking note. I don't know why she didn't take her up on this. This is crazy. Do you remember your score on the SATs?
I think it was like 1310 or something like that.
What was yours?
1350. And I actually did better on the math than I did on the verbal, which is weird because I was always more into history, English, writing, and stuff. But
I think
just
I
was
actually
good at
did
math.
better on the English, and I'm a math person.
Moving on.
You're not going to share your score?
1150.
That's not bad. That's you don't need a shame face for that. That's fine.
It's not great.
I don't even remember what the scores.
I think it goes
I
up
don't
to
remember what
1600,
the
at least when
thing
we
is,
took it.
so-
I think it might be different now. But,
It goes up to
Yeah.
2400 now.
well, no, yeah, mine was 1350 out of 1600, not out of 24.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was friends with people who got 1600 on their SAT.
Scott?
Scott did, yeah. So, but I feel like for the amount of effort I put in, I I didn't study for it. I just rolled in one day and took it. Like
I just rolled in
I
one
didn't.
day
I
and
never
took
did
it.
SAT prep
I never
or a
did SAT prep.
tutor or any
Yeah,
of
we
that.
didn't have SAT prep when we're.
I was too busy throwing rocks at trains and do SAT prep.
You were throwing rocks at trains and you got a better score on yours. I didn't have any SAT tutoring either, actually, though. For real. Even though every fucking person at my school, like
Yeah, that was a rich kid thing, but that was not in the
Yeah,
budget.
exactly. I was like, I definitely did not do that.
Like there were absolute dumbos that got like 1500 on their SATs.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck is happening? And then I realized, oh yeah, because all their parents paid for fucking tutors. My parents were like, just take the test. It's fine. You're going to Towson. Who cares?
Going to school down the road.
street. Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to be a theater major. It's fine. Back in the mayor's office, such a great fucking villain because he's very much like, well, that didn't go the way that I had wanted it to, and has one of the best lines that's like so fucking sinister,
Yeah.
but said like a sitcom dad, as you said.
That's what you said. Yeah, they cast this guy who he's not mustache twirling. He's not like stereotypically evil looking. He looks like a sitcom dad.
Yeah.
And he's apparently the big bad.
Back at school, Snyder's back to normal. He makes them all de-graffiti the graffiti on the lockers. So all is well. All is back to normal. Biles is lamenting the SATs, and then they run into Joyce, and it is so awkward. And Buffy says, well, I'm just glad I got to you guys before you actually did something. No, she didn't. No, she didn't.
No.
She got there just before and after and during.
Yeah. She got there before and then after again and then before again and then after. How many times do you think they did it?
To completion?
Yeah.
I mean, they were probably banging back during the record listening at his apartment.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah. Because the way they walk to that store was post-bang walk.
And like I said, she had JGF hair most of this episode.
Yeah.
So.
I'm gonna say 6. I'm gonna say 6 times. I think Ripper can handle it. Yeah. Good for them. Good for them.
Similar to the eye business.
Yeah.
Do you think he gets teenage boners and he can get them 92 times a day and can fuck for hours?
I really am on the fence about this.
Teenage endurance.
Kim's like, in my mind, yes.
And is this just a preference thing, or do you have like supporting evidence? This is like the handcuffs. This is
like the handcuff thing again. Where she's like,
that was more of a scientific.
Okay.
All right, that's the end.
Sunnydale High Yearbook Committee meeting now in session. I'm going to defer to Kim to go first on each of our categories. Kim, who did you have for best dressed?
Joyce, obviously.
I also had Slutty Joyce.
I also had Slutty Joyce. Oh my God.
Come on. It
Great
was
minds.
great and then only got better.
Right.
Joyce.
And then who did you have for worst dressed?
Xander, first scene, barely in it. Worst shirt I've ever seen. It was baggy on baggy. I hated it so much. It was a light army green. It had pockets on front and pockets on the sleeves.
Yeah.
It's super baggy, didn't fit well on top of a pair of Bugle Boy baggy pants, basically. And it was
yeah, it wasn't good.
It was bad.
It wasn't
I
good.
hated it.
Yeah.
Ket, who'd you have?
Buffy's outfit where she's wearing a gray cardigan, it wasn't so much the outfit. I'm just shocked that they chose like gray for her. It turned her into a fucking ghost. Like it was such an unflattering color on her from like a filming perspective. I was like, why did we do this?
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
I mentioned mine already. The generic cult robes. Just like it just
so mad
wasn't
about
very
those.
creative. It just wasn't very creative. I'm not like so mad. I'm just like,
Yeah. Okay.
give me something else.
Yeah.
And then Kim, who did you have for best line?
Best line I had for Principal Snyder, which he says to Ripper at the time.
If you want to splash around in the poo, you're the filthy one.
That was great.
Kim was like, that hits today.
Relatable content. Who did you have for best line?
I had when Ripper is like holding a cigarette in his mouth and he's like,
You listen to me. I'm your watcher, so you do what I tell you. Now, sod off.
I just think it was so great.
I loved that. I'm surprised you didn't pick the one that I'm about to say because you kind of put a light on it during the walkthrough. The mayor saying to Mr. Trick,
in the future, I'd be very careful how many favors you do for me.
It's just like so ominous, and it's such like on paper it's not a threat, but it's like one of the most threatening things you can say to somebody.
Well, to be fair, what I actually wrote was anything Ripper says.
Okay,
so you know,
the mayor wasn't going to crack the top 10
he
with you. And then for worst line, Kim, what did you have?
I had 2 jokes that I was just kind of like, meh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I don't know which one is worse.
You can do
Say
a tie.
both.
Go for it. Yeah.
So Xander, when they're talking about selling the chocolate, and he's like,
I know these things are selling like hotcakes, which is ironic because the hotcakes really aren't moving.
he said that like in the lab. And then
where's your cricket noise?
Willow with the graffiti, it said "Kiss Rocks," and she's like,
Kiss rocks? Why would anyone want to kiss Oh wait, I can.
Oh yeah.
That was one of mine. I had a tie as well. I'll save the other one, but you go first. What was your worst line?
Ugh, those old singing Louie Louie, because now I can't get it out of my head.
That was your worst line.
I
It was
can't,
just
'cause I
a
can't-
song.
It just keeps playing.
A song lyric.
Yeah.
It's kind of a terrible
Professional
song.
It is.
Yeah.
So I also had in my tie, I had Kiss Rocks, but then Mr. Trick, when they're talking about the babies that the snake's about to eat, he goes,
Come on, big guy, they're not getting any fresher.
Oh gosh.
what does that mean? Like, why would you say that?
Yeah, it was weird.
It's stupid and weird. And now we've come to best move. Kim, what'd you have for best move?
Gas pipe fire gun.
Hey, gas pipe fire gun.
Is that what you had as well?
No.
What'd you have?
I had him disarming the cop
In slow
motion.
I actually had Angel doing hot, sweaty Tai Chi.
Oh, that was a good move.
That was a good move.
Yeah.
And it's, we've come to the last one.
Kim's like to completion.
I almost had him for best dressed. Not gonna lie.
Would have been valid. And then lastly, Kim, who did you have for most likely?
Most likely to become teen parents. Joyce with a G. Also, most likely to break up Ketrin and Eric's marriage. Ripper.
Which is appropriate because my most likely was most likely to get it. Ripper.
All in good fun. I had most likely to teach a plucky young kid from New Jersey the ways of karate, Tai Chi Angel.
Oh, I love it.
All right. That's all we got for you this week. Thanks so much for hanging out. Thank you, Kim, for joining us and coming
Thanks
on
for
and
having
playing
me.
It was so fun.
our ridiculous games with us.
We'll see you again, season 4, episode 6.
Yeah, we'll see you in 22 weeks.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
And please check out our other show starring these two ladies. It's called Kim Ket Stay Alive, maybe. It's hilarious, and we've been doing this show for it's really like almost 8 years.
Yeah,
crazy. It comes out every Wednesday wherever you listen to podcasts, on social media at KKSAM Podcast. I edit and produce that show, and I've done a few guest hosting gigs while Kim's been on maternity leave. But
Kim, he told the story, and he did such a good job.
Know.
I was so
can't
nervous
wait to listen.
yeah, it was
and hear all about it.
the first one of those actually. Well, by the time you hear this, I don't want to get involved in when we're recording versus when stuff comes out. I'm too confused. But, just edited part 1 today, and it was pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's that show. This show is on social media at Major Slayage Pod.
Yeah,
comes out every Monday, pretty much.
Yep.
And yeah, that's all we got. So until next time,
dust you later.